Hello everyone, I am James. This is the continuation of Swiss Mercs. We're back in regular Meiou and taxes. That was kind of weird, wasn't it? It's like a weird side detour. Alright, so I have upgraded my CPU from a Ryzen 5 1400 to a Ryzen 5 3600. I think that should help. I tested a little bit. It did seem faster, so we'll see. That's why this war is currently over, but we're still getting Flanders' money, so they should want to cancel that soon. I'm also going to switch from an HDD to an SSD, so I think my HDD might be going bad, so I'm going to try to do an SSD, and even if my hard drive is fine, switching to an SSD should improve performance a little bit, because this takes a while to actually load up Meiou and taxes, so hopefully once I switch to an SSD it goes faster and I get a little bit more of a performance boost as well. One thing that did happen in the couple months is this. So a devastating plague showed up in Austria. RIP Europe. RIP Austria. So it's... yeah, I think we're all screwed here. I think we're fine for the most part because we don't really have... actually, no, we might be... we don't have a lot of urban pops. But I think that actually is pretty bad because urban pops bounce back, so... it's rural pops that take a while to actually bounce back. But then I think rural pops are actually safer since they're more spread out in the country. We'll see what happens. We have 629,000 rural pops right now, 37,000 urban pops. We'll see how badly this plague murders us. 1 million rural pops so far have died, and 93,000 urban pops. That's not looking good for us. I'll try and do plague measures when I can. Actually, I can do them right now. Probably the best thing for us would be to hire plague doctors, because we don't have ports, so I don't think this is really This reduces the plague spreading between ports in the same sea zone by 50% and eliminates the susceptibility malice that each province receives from its port level. So we don't have ports. Technically, since we don't have ports, I don't think that would really matter if we actually did that, but then I don't think it actually does anything, so it doesn't really matter anyway. We have one center of trade, which is in Basel. We can do this, negate their bonus. We spend nothing, so sure, we'll just go ahead and do that, and then train some plague doctors. I'm not sure how much this'll help. Should help a little bit. We're going to go with the middle option. There are dire tidings. There is no hopeful word to be heard. All stories say this plague is a dire one full of unholy strength. This is probably what, the Black Death? We're probably going to lose a lot of stability, so I'm just going to go ahead and start revoking stuff. Start with the lesser nobles. Let's go ahead and revoke. We'll revoke the autonomy. We lost the points. Clergy condemns a philosopher as heretics, so we could potentially lose more stability. Alright, church, do you know there's a plague going on? I don't have time for your bullshit. Wow. So we just lost 2 stability points. We're gonna get one of them back. Don't think I want one of them back right now, at least. Oh, okay. It's moderate, so it got to us moderate. It's moderate in Thurgau, moderate in Zurich, mild in Waldstetten. I imagine if it's mild over here, if it comes from Waldstetten, it should be mild over here in these 2 provinces. Looks like it went north, terrible. It went northwest, terrible. It went east, terrible. It went south, terrible. But it, I guess the mountains. We were helped by the mountains. All right, perfect. So it's mild in 3 of our provinces and moderate in 2 of them. So we actually escaped this relatively nicely, I suppose. I don't know if it's actually taken our pops, but if it has, then we really haven't lost anything. It's killed 5%. Did it actually kill 5%? I don't think so. How many people has it killed so far? Wow, it's killed 7 million rural pops. And close to 2 million urban pops. And it passed over most of France. Really? France escapes. Italy got wrecked. Probably the most urban pops were killed in Italy, since they have a lot of urban pops over there. I think Bohemia got wrecked too. Bohemia's vassals got wrecked. Most of Bohemia's provinces were terrible. Actually, it looks like all of Bohemia's provinces were terrible. Some of them devastating. So it pretty much destroyed Hungary and it destroyed Bohemia and Austria. It left France pretty much alone. It left England alone. It's probably going to leave Spain alone. It left the Ottoman Empire alone. So really all it did was weaken this area for the Ottomans and France. That's not ideal. Alright, what wars are there going on? Wow, there's no wars in the world. There is one war in Africa. Let's move these troops over and reduce maintenance a little bit. Yeah, I don't think we really lost much of any population. Looks like it's done 16 million deaths and 3 million urban pop deaths. Just really wrecked the German area. We get a stability point back. I'm getting banking in this province, Waldstetten, really slowly. It's about 0.04. I'm going to keep building here. We're going to get banking eventually. The urban gravity is 3.4. There's 3.6 urban pops in this province. I need urban development. I need 1 point of urban development, and then should boost it. Province has low urban development is a negative 0.02, and province has no urban development is another negative 0.05. And then if I get provincial trade power above 3, I think that reduces to negative 0.12, so I should get about 0.1-ish if I do those things. So probably... I was going to try to make this my capital just because it was a central province. I guess I'm going to build in every single province except 2 provinces, really, that are going to be controlled by the greater nobles and the lesser nobles. So where I build in the long term doesn't matter much, although I'd rather build in Basel since they have the trade modifier in it. I guess it really doesn't matter long term, for the most part. Looks like it actually kind of swept along the sides as a moderate plague. Swept along the sides of France, but the interior of France was fine. I think this is where it caps out, actually. About 16 million rural pops dead and 3 million urban pops. Definitely the worst plague we've seen in this playthrough so far. We have a trial event. This event is really good for merchant republics, since you get a free 50 monarch points when you keep your guy. It's not so great for us, especially since elections are an extra 2 years. And they cost 15 instead of 10. Let's see, this guy is going to be... We got 3 years. Gain 0.5, so that would be 1.5. So this would cost 8.5. He's 32, so I probably want to re-elect him. It's a 3-4-4, which isn't great, but not horrible. If I do 10 and then I re-elect him, that would be negative 25. It would probably be low 80s. We'll just do withdraw. It's pretty much gambling that there's somebody better. I think Bohemia's Casus Belli against us has gone, so we should be free and clear with Basel now. Man, there are no wars in the world. I guess it's understandable that there's no wars in Europe since, you know, the plague's still kicking. Damn it, let me out. Alright. Yeah, so I think there's some performance boost. I think the SSD will help. I also know that there's been a lot of issues that people have been saying that it's actually slowed down with the 1.29, so I might revert back to 1.28 or 2.51, but I'll probably do the rest of this campaign in 2.52 for the time being. There are no wars in the world. Apparently France doesn't want Aquitaine back. Alright, well I'm going to end this part, and then hopefully there'll be some more wars in the future. Probably play until there's a war that I can join. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye.